Hello and welcome to Lifetime Uncorked, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
I am your current...
And I'm Natalie Moretti.
Yay!
Yay.
Natalie Moretti.
Natalie Moretti is back.
Yeah.
Our listeners might remember her from Finding Father Christmas, Engaging Father
yeah.
Christmas.
Engaging Father Christmas.
Over the holiday season, we both love that one.
A
Watched it
very
together.
popular episode.
A brunette lead.
A brunette lead for
Yeah.
a brunette podcast
Yeah.
host. Yeah.
Huh?
Oh,
would
and
say, yeah.
Natalie, they are doing
No.
Marrying Father Christmas. So
Of
you're going to
course.
definitely be back on the podcast for that.
Oh,
Can't
gotta go.
wait for the wedding.
That one's already announced. Like, they announced they're going to do oh God, what did they say? 36 Christmas movies this year?
Oh, Lord.
What did
Maybe
they-
even 38. It was a big number. It was almost 40, and I was like, I'm gonna die.
Patrick,
but
what are we doing?
right? But they
We're
said
canceling
that
You can't do it.
We're canceling.
we can do it. We can do it. They said that Marrying Father Christmas was one of the first
Okay.
ones that they were like, for sure, this is happening.
in.
Put it in your calendars. Save the date. Same people are
Aaron Krakow.
Aaron Krakow
We're
and
ready.
Niall Matter are ready to go. But we're not here to talk about that.
No.
No.
But I'm excited. That'll be great.
We have a great movie to talk about today.
Oh.
Spoiler alert that I kind of liked it.
Did you?
I kind of dug it.
Uh-oh.
But it's called Lethal Admirer. Or if you're from Canada, A Friend's Obsession.
There's two names for this
Yeah.
thing.
Two titles. So on IMDb, it's listed as A Friend's Obsession. On Lifetime, it's called Lethal Admirer. Kind of like Secret Admirer.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I see where they were.
I could see where this
Yeah.
could go.
They gave away. Both titles give away way too much.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
Because there wasn't a lot of,
Surprises.
there wasn't.
Yeah.
No.
I
don't
thought there
think
was
so.
going to, I had, yeah.
It stars Karissa Lee Staples. She is from Wrong Swipe, which was a movie we covered.
She's adorable.
With Kelsey Buckley.
Okay.
She played like the sister. Drew, you weren't on that episode, but she played the
Yeah.
sister. She did a good job.
Okay.
So I was happy to see her in a leading role.
She was great.
Oh, good.
She was great.
She's really good.
Yeah, she kind of is like a tough girl, Drew. Like, she's like, she's pretty and nice and blonde or whatever, but she's also not going to be like shy to be like, fuck off
Yeah.
and get out of my face.
Ooh.
She's not like a
okay.
yes girl.
Yeah.
She's like, do you realize what you just said? And you
Yes.
believe it.
Oh, okay.
Also starring Drew Seeley, who I'm not familiar with, but Natalie, you said you knew him from something?
Yes. And I didn't realize until very late in the movie. I thought he just has a familiar name. Then
Yeah.
I Googled him. And he is, do you remember? High School Musical was a bit, like I was a bit old for it.
Me too.
But,
No, I'm not. I'm 25.
right.
Wait,
so we
no,
were, actually both of us.
Yeah,
so
we
we
know
were,
I'm not.
I don't know why
We're
I
all
said that.
25.
We're
We're all 25,
years
so
old.
we were the right age when
Perfect.
it came out.
Yeah.
But the first movie, there was a lot of scandal around, is this Zac Efron's singing voice? Drew
No.
Seeley, it's a blend of they say it's a blend of Zac Efron and Drew Seeley singing.
Damn.
So-
that's some tea
Yes.
right there.
And my mother bought me tickets to High School Musical Live. They did a concert tour, and it's Drew. It's like Vanessa Hudgens. It's like everyone.
Yeah.
And Drew was the person. I found this in my Google search last night.
Wait, so Zac Efron wasn't on the tour?
No, he didn't go on they said it was because he was filming Hairspray, which is probably true.
And Drew Seeley was the voice on that too?
Right. Like,
Probably.
right.
He was the voice?
The singing
Yes.
voice.
Oh,
and then for like
okay.
High School Musical 3, it goes back to Zac Efron, but like,
And everyone's like, ugh, he sounds terrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
But also Drew was touring in Jersey Boys. Like, he's a really good singer.
Oh, cool.
I found vids.
Well, you know what's sad about him? I added him to my starring.
Uh-huh.
Lifetime did not have him as a featured player in the on their website.
He's
And I was
admirer.
like, he's the lead. He's the admirer. He's in the title.
That's insane.
And he wasn't credited for that?
He
Or-
wasn't He wasn't
wasn't-
listed as a star. It was like starring
Those girls.
Karissa Lee Staples, starring Brian Ames, who is the
Is that Chris?
That's Chris.
I liked
and
him.
starring some other
Okay.
person, but not the guy. Like, I added him because I was like, he is definitely the star of this.
Well, that's silly.
That's
It was
so
rude.
silly.
So rude.
Come on,
Lifetime.
Lifetime.
He
Get
seems
outta
like
here.
the kind of guy that like just he just does his work. He just puts his time in. And so I could see him getting like passed over. Like, oh, he's not a star.
Well, and this is one that Lifetime like bought from Canada, you know? So like it's a Canadian film. They made it like, and then Lifetime just bought it. They have nothing really to do with the production. It's like a partnered production company.
Okay. For
like Mara Vista or something like that.
Okay.
It's not Mara Vista, but something similar.
like that. Okay.
But like Canada. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we just like, it's like, good job, Canada. It's mine now.
Yeah.
We're
They
just
kind of messed up the billing.
Okay.
Right.
Of the
That's fair.
star.
Lifetime, if you want to get me to do your social media and run your website or whatever, hire me. I will do that and do a way better job
Yeah.
than
Then
this-
whoever's doing it, what do you say, 40% less?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're at 40.
We're slowly going to be raising our prices.
Yeah. So 35 now.
Yeah.
We were 40. Now it's 35%.
I mean, we
off.
were, and during Christmas, we were like half off.
We were.
And you've like,
Yeah.
Now.
So now, if you want me to do your social media, I will do it way better. Okay.
Yeah, he will.
I will
I
get all
believe
that
it.
engagement.
I could vouch.
So
all about that engagement. Oh, and just real quick.
Yeah.
The actress, the main actress.
Carissa
Carissa?
Lee
Meg?
Staples.
Just, I have to make sure that we all know that they're when they're also in a fantasy sci-fi.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh.
Grimm.
I like her.
That show Grimm.
Yes.
Yeah, that show ran for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Well,
it ran
good for
a
her.
while.
Drew
Okay.
Seeley was also in Pitch Perfect.
Oh, he was.
They missed the boat.
They did. That is so
they
rude.
really
How
missed
rude,
that.
Lifetime. Okay, so jumping in, Drew, this movie
Yep.
takes place in Seattle.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's easy to film in
Canada.
Vancouver.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
true. So we're in Seattle. We have Megan, who is our protagonist, and she is a girl. She like does yoga outside,
Mm-hmm.
and like I will say about the yoga because I've been doing all the
That
yoga.
was weird
Got my
yoga.
yoga bod. It was like outside in a park. It was so strange, and in some TV movies they do yoga poses and it's like totally they'll be like everyone go to like Warrior 3 and then they'll do like the totally wrong pose because you know whoever's working on the set
It's just like,
it's just
do
like
something
just do
that
whatever
looks like it.
do it just put your hands in prayer
They just do that.
but
Cross
this
your
one
legs
they
and pray.
they actually did the
They were
right
doing
moves
them, yeah.
so I was
okay.
like really excited. I'm like this is so fun.
Yeah.
Turns out the yoga instructor all the whole time Drew is like she's like, well, would you like to see my perfect pose?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'll touch your bod while you're doing your perfect pose. And you're like, whoa.
He's
this is
the lethal admirer.
He's getting so handsy.
Yeah, is it porno?
No, don't get worried because it's her
her
fiance.
boo, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he's a yoga instructor.
He was
Thank
the
God.
only thing I will say about the yoga, they were doing the moves right, but he was like, one, go to like he was like a soccer coach or
Yeah.
something. Like he wasn't like, breathe into it like
Yeah.
the way your teachers would be. He was just like Warrior 2, good. Next.
Yes. Yeah.
And let's see Warrior 3.
He's like very jock.
Good.
Very jock.
Great.
But hey, he's
But
got
he
his
was
thing in the park.
cute. He was so cute.
He was very cute.
very handsome.
Too cute.
And it was sexy. It was when he was flirting with her.
Yeah, I was into it.
Yeah.
Great.
Teacher student.
And
hot.
Megan has all the time while this yoga thing's happening, there's like a long lens photo like sound like ching 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 ching, and the screen is like flashing like
So
a camera's
someone's watching.
getting like somebody's watching this happen.
Oh, it's like chiki chiki.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
I was still like, he could be the lethal admirer. He could
Yeah.
He could have someone else taking pictures.
This is like the first scene.
Oh, yeah, minutes.
This is
Okay.
the first scene, and then we cut to her at work, and she has a redheaded friend named Brooke,
Okay.
and it's
Brooke
just,
was so extra.
She is like planning her wedding
Yeah.
and all about herself. And then there's lots of like people of color coworkers.
The one,
So
the girl.
yeah, I don't know what her. They didn't have names.
Yeah, they didn't have names.
But they were like
Nurse. Like
Yes.
on
They're like,
IMDb. Nurse.
you need to run point. Oh, by the way, you look beautiful. Like they were so awkward.
Yeah, and they were. It's like a very generic workplace,
Yeah.
Drew. So the movie, we don't know what her job is, but they just say like work. Things.
She works in spreadsheets.
Yeah, she's like.
Several
Did you get the spreadsheet done? And
Yeah.
do you want to take a 5 for your smoke break? They're just
Yeah,
like
take point.
It's like somebody who's like never had a real job, and they just
Yeah.
like are taking lingo that they've heard.
Yeah.
people
Present
say.
to the clients. Like very.
Yeah.
Lucky bastards.
Right. And then there's one coworker, and he's looking very creepily at her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, there's no way he's the lethal admirer because that's such a giveaway.
No. Right? No.
Yeah.
Can't be him.
And he had beautiful blue eyes,
I don't know.
but
He-
like very scraggly hair,
greasy,
very weird look.
Greasy hair, very gross. Anyways, one day after yoga class, Megan is like, I love you so much, fiance. Goodbye. And he's like, I love you too. I love you so
Yeah.
much.
I love you so much. You're my fiance.
You're my
Bye.
He
fiance.
did that. He screamed to all the yoga people. He was like, "That's my fiance, and I love her." It was like he's like,
Yes.
"I love her to death" or something.
Yeah, and he does love her to death because what happens at yoga,
Oh,
Drew?
she's all mine. He said. So I was like, "Oh,
he gets stabbed in the park in broad daylight after yoga class.
I'm laughing," but it was
No.
very
It was-
traumatic for
It
her.
was so funny.
Wait, so this-
he's like
He turns-
he's like rolling up his yoga mat.
The
Like,
camera's like on only his face, and it's like the back of his shoulder,
Yeah, he
and then
turns around, and then he's like, "Whoa!"
it's
and
as if
there's
someone like tapped him on the shoulder
Yeah.
and turned
it's a
around.
man and with a knife. There's just like a knife in his face, and then fade to black.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't shit. It doesn't.
No,
No.
we didn't see any of the.
We didn't see
juicy
anything,
stuff. No.
but then we get a nice scene. It's on my Instagram right now of the coworkers like, oh my God, did you hear what happened to Megan's fiance? He's like, no, what? She's like, something totally crazy. It's like,
yeah, that was
yeah, that was. That was verbatim how she
Yeah.
did it. And he's like, "Tell me what happened. Did he get in an accident?" She's like,
Oh, yeah.
I said crazy. I said crazy. Think crazier." And she's like,
And then she's basically like, he got murdered. We don't know. It was drugs or
Yeah, he got murdered over
a
drugs.
burglary gone wrong. And then she's like, but it sucks because Megan won't be available for like a week for work or something.
A week.
right?
Yeah, it's like, well, she definitely took this week off. And he's like, whoa.
Ugh. God.
Yeah, how could she? But it
Jeez.
was like a very extended scene.
Get over it.
So weird. Like a guess. There was a couple of like guessing games in this movie
Right.
that like they could have just skipped. Just
Totally
keep
cut
going.
it. Should have been on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
So Megan's like mourning the loss of her fiance, and someone's taking creepy pictures of her again.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she decides to like go somewhere else and like start a new life, right?
I will say I really liked that she drinks a lot of wine.
Oh,
I thought that was-
it's a Lifetime movie,
Yes.
so that's
I-
what they do.
Like that was nice. Like
Yeah.
it kind of reminded me. Like I was like, oh yeah, that's what they do. Like
It reminded you to drink wine?
yeah, me to drink. Like I was drinking wine while watching
Oh,
it.
right.
It's like the Christmas one that I watched was
Yeah.
so wholesome.
Yes. Wait, we didn't ask you if
Oh.
you watch a lot of Lifetime movies.
I used to. I really don't anymore because but I got the Sling app to,
Oh, you
to give
did?
it a look, and I was like, well, I should just keep this.
Give it a look.
You
Look
know?
Great. Well,
Because when I had regular cable,
Yeah.
I watched a lot of them. And at the gym, or actually earlier yesterday, I was like, I watched whichever one was on while I was at the gym. So I was
Nice.
like, well,
see, I've converted someone.
Yeah.
I've converted someone
it's
to Lifetime.
just nice
I
to like
think-
know something very dramatic's going to happen.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, this is a tangent, but
Go ahead.
when I was in probably 8th or 9th grade, there was a big premiere Lifetime original, and it was about like STDs.
What was it called?
She's Too Young.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
And you think it's going to be
yeah.
like predatory, but
Which
it wasn't.
They do.
So my cousin Nikki and like two of our best friends like waited for this premiere. It premiered at
And you're
like
like-
5 p.m. or something on like a weekday, and we
Yeah.
went to someone's house after school to watch it.
Hell yeah.
And it was like, it turned out there was nothing scandalous. It was like the kids were just like all fooling around with each other, and someone got an STD, and like nobody knew what that was at that point.
Was this where they had like the rainbow party, and then that's
Yes.
when all the parents learned
That's
about
the
rainbow
one.
parties?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Do you know what a rainbow party is?
Rainbow party. All
right.
What? What?
I'm talking to the moms right here. Moms, you may want to fast forward like 30 seconds. Drew, a rainbow party is
Yeah.
when girls put on different lipsticks and they suck a D.
Oh, he knows.
Oh.
Look at his
Gotcha.
Wait,
face.
he's like, oh, that? I've done that.
Oh, that? Yeah, no. Oh,
Well, now I
know.
have to just say, because somebody's curious.
Somebody knows. Doesn't
They
know.
like suck the D and see whoever can go the furthest, I guess.
I
Or-
yeah,
I don't know.
forget.
I don't
Isn't
know.
it also like for dudes how many colors of lipstick?
Ew.
Well,
that
you try to get
gross?
the rainbow, right?
Yeah,
On your,
isn't
on
that
your
sick?
pee-pee?
Patrick's
On your wiener?
face, he is so mad.
so mad.
that Drew
I
was
don't know.
saying that.
Look, I believe fully that this is a myth.
Well-
I have always thought of this as being a myth.
If Oprah said it and it was in a Lifetime movie, then it's real.
Probably real.
Okay.
I think all the kids had.
I wish
What
it
did
was
they
Chlamydia?
get? Yeah, I think it was chlamydia. It was something
it's like a curable thing.
Yeah,
that's
it's
fine.
curable, but it's highly contagious.
Yeah,
you
it's
just
fine,
get a
though.
like shot of penicillin
Yeah,
and then
no.
you're good.
It's like bronchitis.
And so they kind of learned that. And so then later in my life, I was a sex ed teacher in high school, and I was like, you know what? I was teaching it in high
you
school
show the
as an
movie?
adult. No, but I did think like that was a fair way to teach it.
Because I watched a lot of Lifetime
fair, I
movies
guess.
in health class.
Yeah, this one was informative.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I definitely watched a lot of movies
Yeah.
about eating disorders in health
Me
class.
too. It's like a friend.
Clarissa Flockhart throwing up in jars. Just me.
I didn't see that one.
It's a good one.
I
love
never-
Calista Flockhart.
Man,
They showed us
Never.
too about
Tracy
eating
Gold?
disorders.
The Karen Carpenter story.
Oh,
I'm gonna do a whole season on eating disorder
we should
movies.
do that. The one is it's like a friend. I forget what the title is, but like the girl's anorexic and then she gets hit by a car.
Huh?
But like
Because
it's like
she's
misleading.
anorexic?
Like you know something bad's gonna happen to her. But
Right.
it's like, but then when she's in the hospital, they realize like, well, that's another one. But they
Right.
realize like,
Yeah.
oh, this girl is undernourished.
Right.
and that's what happens.
But also she got
kids.
hit by a car.
That's what happens when you are anorexic. You get hit by a car, probably.
Oh no.
Well, the
Yeah.
science though, like
It's
they
science.
add some science.
Okay, all right. Circling back to the movie that we're talking
It is
about.
science.
So I love Lifetime movies.
Well, good. I'm glad. Like, I'm smelling a co-host here. Anyways, so Megan is back to Megan. Remember Megan? She is mourning her
Feisty,
husband.
but mourning.
She's like packing up her shit at work because she's like ready to go. And before she leaves, the creepy guy that we were talking about, his name turns out to be Lloyd,
What a name.
which is
Lloyd.
a creepy man name.
Drew, his hair was like stringy,
face,
gelled in his
grease.
face.
Oh,
And he's a
okay.
professional at work
Gross.
with that hair.
Yeah.
He works in IT, of course. And that's why he's socially awkward.
He's the nerd.
And he's like, hey, before you go, do you maybe like want to go out for a drink? And he's like, not anything weird. Not like, it doesn't mean anything. He immediately is apologizing for it. But,
It's all, yeah.
but she's like, sure. Yeah, I will because I want to.
You know what? Fuck it.
I'm trying to cut loose. Like,
My fiance
I
just
don't
got
wanna-
stabbed.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to leave here being all sad. Like, maybe I should just go have a good time.
yeah.
So they go to like a dinner, not
Yeah,
just
it's
drinks.
not just drinks. It's like Italian.
And she's like, you're so easy to
Meal.
talk to. And he's like, yeah, you know, I am.
Yeah,
And-
he takes that
yeah, he
compliment
does.
right
and
to the
then
bank.
she starts like giving him dating advice. And
Yeah,
like,
he's very like, but I'm just. Oh, she's like, don't you have a girlfriend? Or she said, why don't you have
Yeah,
a
you
girlfriend?
should have a
Which
girlfriend.
is so problematic, but it's okay,
like,
Meg.
it's my hair.
yeah.
She
Well,
fixes his hair.
She touches his greasy ass hair and puts it to the side. I literally was like,
It was so gross.
No, don't.
Because it's like you assume when something's gelled to that degree, it's not going to move.
Well, it's
yeah,
like in a horror, in
it was
a
so
normal horror
gross.
movie where you're like, no, don't go
I-
into that room.
I said
But-
no out loud several times during this movie. I have,
Yes.
I have it written
but
down.
for just her, like
Touching his hair.
you're
Yeah.
like, no, don't touch his hair. Don't touch his hair.
She did it though.
so yeah. So at the dinner, they like get a photo taken. And the guy's like, do you want the prince? And she's like, well,
That's another
not really.
situation where they added too much. She's
Yes,
like,
it
this is a
di-
scam.
it didn't even-
It's like, who cares? Just buy it, or
Just-
someone buy it.
Move on from this. So he buys it, and then he frames it and puts it by his bed. And this is where we get the scene. He wakes up, and it's his mom waking him up.
Because at first you're like, oh, okay, maybe he's the admirer.
Wait, the print of what?
The two of them at dinner.
They got a picture, like when you're at a
Oh.
carnival or
Yeah.
when you're at medieval times, and they take your picture at the table.
and then have you buy it
But they do this at this
at this restaurant.
Yeah.
They both they
it
had
was very stupid.
a lot of exposition on why it was normal. So we were like, okay.
But
I'll
they
take
did
it.
it to set up this point, Drew, that he lives at home with his mom, and she wakes him up in the morning, and he's like, "Look at my girlfriend, mom," and she's like, "I'm so proud of you, honey, that you have a girlfriend."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Thanks, mama," and
Yeah.
she's like, "Time to get up now," and she like takes off his blankets and like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was weird.
It was so weird.
So he has a weird relationship with his mom, and interspersed throughout this, he calls his mom for advice. I didn't really write notes about that. I'm just gonna like skip over those and go
Yeah.
through the plot line. But know that
Yeah.
after every major plot point, he calls his mom and has a weird conversation.
Yes.
And he calls her mama.
Mama always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So flash to a year later.
That was just the setup.
That was all the setup. We're 20 minutes in. Don't worry.
Oh, I thought we were done.
No,
We're not
no.
done with
No,
the-
no,
that
no.
was
But
the-
you do know
Yeah.
mean,
you
you
know
get it.
what
Now
who the
you-
admirer is. You know
Right.
what's wrong.
You got it. But so
Now
Meg,
it's just a lot of activity.
Do we know?
Meg is living with her sister Kate.
Okay.
And her sister Kate is like studying to be a doctor or is a
She's
doctor.
like a physician's assistant, maybe.
She works in a hospital.
With geriatrics.
Yeah, we don't know.
She's funny,
matter.
though. And
She's
I looked
funny.
her up. She played like a teen on Freaks and Geeks. Like, so she's
Oh,
the woman
she's
ages.
been around
she
forever.
Excellent.
She looks good. If
Yeah.
she was on Freaks and Geeks.
Like, what a babe.
I mean, look at like James Franco and Busy Phillips. Like
Yeah.
they look in their age.
Yeah. She was playing
She
like
looks good.
20-something.
Yeah.
Maybe she was young.
Maybe
Like,
she
she
was
young.
good.
Which one was her?
I don't know.
Her name's Kate in the movie, so
Yeah,
look
Megan
her up on
and Kate.
IMDb. Anyway, so they go for a run, and it's funny because in the Wrong Swipe movie that I watched,
Okay.
the other Karissa movie, she runs with her sister also a lot. So I think it's just the actress.
Megan
like, I
must-
need to get my exercise in for the day, so we're gonna shoot running.
I believe that.
Which is like a badass bitch actress that's like, oh really? You wanted me to sit in like an office all this scene? No, we're going running.
Yeah.
And you're gonna film me running.
Yeah.
I believe that because she seemed like comfortable. with it.
Yeah, and she like looks like a runner.
She does. The other girl also looks like a runner, even though she was like,
I'm so
I
out of
hate
breath.
exercise. She's like the fittest
Right.
woman. I was like,
Who do they run
Kayla
into?
Oh, well, okay.
You know her?
She's very familiar, yeah.
Oh,
she's
cool.
been in
Yep.
a couple things.
She's Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, good
and
credits
fucking-
for her.
Oh,
like,
good.
Yeah.
Like
Freaks and
they
Geeks.
really didn't market this. Like
No,
these stars.
Right. So they run into Lloyd
A year later, Drew, in a new city.
on this run.
What?
And Megan's like, she's like, okay, like, nice to see you, and here's my number, and let's catch up, like you do when you're meeting like people. When new
Yeah.
people are in town, you're just being like nice and hospitable, and like, oh, let's hang out.
And she's a little bit like, oh, the last time we saw each other, I was morbidly depressed because my fiance just got murdered. But new leaf, new me, like whatever.
Right. So
So she gives him her number.
Megan is like working a lot at this job that has no definition.
Does he like?
She's in a higher cubicle.
Does he
Yes.
look better?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes.
Okay,
Drew,
that
great
looks way
question.
better.
Well, how could we not have said
Oh
it?
my God,
Well,
he's
that's
a
what I was-
different person.
So
Yeah.
much better. He's
Yeah.
wearing like a jean,
Short hair.
jean shirt.
Like,
He's
nice hair.
Very handsome.
It's like, oh, you did good, cool. You got over the things that I thought you were a nightmare about.
Right.
Great.
Yeah, he
No
knew.
problem.
He did
He
exactly
knows.
what he's
Yeah.
he's crazy.
So her boss at her new job is like, we're going to have a lot of stuff coming up. So why don't you just take the rest of the day off? Because you're going to be really busy coming
That was
up
so
here.
funny. And she
Okay.
stood up immediately
Yeah, she's
as
like,
if like she didn't
"Okay,
have
bye."
anything to close on her
Yeah.
computer. Just like,
She just
great, if you said so.
She didn't take her purse. She just walked out of the office. And she like calls her sister and she's like, hey girl, like, do you want to have like a fun girls' day?
Hooky, yeah, let's play
Play
hooky.
hooky. And the sister's like, no,
Hospital,
I have to do a
hospital,
gallbladder
hospital.
surgery, and I really want to get in on that because you know how surgeons are.
Yeah.
You've seen Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, no, I want to get in on
No, you
that
haven't.
shit.
Drew, have
No,
you
I
ever
haven't.
seen an episode of
Have
Grey's
you?
Anatomy?
I have never seen one episode of Grey's Anatomy.
Wow. Okay, that's what you can watch.
You should watch one or
I'm gonna,
two.
I'm gonna get.
I
Amy-
have a
I'm
couple
gonna
you
get-
should watch.
I do. There are some that are actually really good.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, they've been going on for a long time. I
Anyways,
Forever.
figured
so
it's fine. I just don't. It's not my interest.
It's gonna hurt you.
So Megan also, yeah. Megan also, we forgot to mention, she met a guy named Chris at a bar.
Okay.
That was the easiest.
Yeah.
She makes dating look so easy.
So she's like kind of dating him now, I guess.
He's on Westworld. I mean, these people.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
His actor name is Brian Ames.
Brian Ames.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Give him a look if you watch.
Yeah,
Westworld.
look him up. Anyways,
I hope I'm right.
He's busy. He's like out of town for some work conference. So her last resort is calling Lloyd.
for her hooky day.
So she's like, "Hey, Lloyd," and of course he's waiting for her call. He's like,
He's sitting alone in his empty apartment.
all that's on the walls are pictures of her.
There's
that
a
he
little
took.
shrine to her
A
with
shrine.
his cell phone sitting on it.
Okay.
So he answers the phone. She's like, "Do you want to go to the park and then go eat Chinese?" And he's like, "Yes, I do." Which, that's a weird thing to do for your hooky day.
I
That's a
can't.
weird. Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
get over it.
But so then he's like, "Yes," and they go and they do
They
like a
eat
little
ice cream
thing.
and then they go to Chinese.
Yeah, and at Chinese, she's like talking about work and how stressful it is,
Yeah.
and it's
Wait,
not.
they do ice cream and then
Oh, yeah.
Chinese?
Their tummies are gonna be a mess.
Like
boy.
and they're both pretty thin.
Oh boy.
Right. Talking about eating disorders.
Like, what's
they're gonna
happening?
shit everywhere. They're gonna shit
Anyway, so during the lunch, she's like, I hate my boss. And he's like, you should kill him.
Long stare.
And she's like, ha ha ha.
Maybe I should
kill him. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should.
Joking.
And then it's like, who's going to laugh first?
Right.
She does.
And cue like the creepy music because
there's always a creepy.
She's like, oh, by the way, I'm dating this guy. His name's Chris. And his face just starts like twitching, like he's like freaking out. He's like, because
he didn't know
someone else and not me.
And the things that Patrick is talking about that they like the conversation with the mom. Every time with the mom, he's like, I think we're getting closer.
Yeah, and the mom's like, sweetie baby, darling, honey.
Grand gestures.
Yeah,
she keeps
saying like just show her you love her. Don't tell her.
Yeah,
show her.
So.
Sound advice.
I mean, it's good advice.
Yeah. But not when it's unrequited.
Yeah. And it's super duper unrequited.
So Megan invites Lloyd over to her house to set him up with her sister because she's like, well, I felt bad that he kind of seemed like a little upset. So maybe I'll hook them up and introduce him to Chris, and he'll see that like me and Chris are dating and be cool.
Okay.
So they do at the dinner, like, Chris asked Lloyd to like fix his computer. That doesn't really come back like I thought it would.
Yeah, I thought there would be a camera. I thought he was gonna like use his tech skills to
no nanny cam here.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
Like maybe 10 minutes into the movie, I thought that like Lloyd was gonna end up being her savior because of how creepy they were setting him up.
Right.
And then like so quickly you learn he's not, and you're like, oh God, he's just creepy. Like
that's actually what I was gonna
you think someone else is gonna be the bad guy,
right?
Like something, because they Lifetime likes to twist it up.
They didn't twist
us,
but
again, this isn't Lifetime.
Oh, true. Yeah.
This isn't Lifetime. This is a Lifetime. Like,
it's a Canadian movie.
How do I say that where they like take something like. I want to say like appropriate, but that's not the right
obtain,
word. Anyways, it doesn't matter. You know procure. It's something that Lifetime procured. I can't even say that word.
That's
it's
a hard
fancy.
One. Procure.
Anyways, so
syndicated. No.
At her job, because now she's working all the time, like she said.
She knew.
Her boss is like, he sees. Lloyd stops by for like an unplanned lunch or like a lunch that she forgot about. And he's like, oh, are we going to lunch? And she's like, I can't. I'm working. Like, hello, did you not hear me say I'm working all the time?
I do like that. 'Cause she wasn't like, oh boy, I'm sorry. She was just like, hey dude, I'm working.
Yeah.
You psycho.
Yeah. Right. And this is like where we're like, oh yes.
Yes, Meg.
To her.
Okay.
Because she is like not afraid to tell people like, I'm working. Like,
dude, I told you. And
I'm working at my nondescript job. Okay, fuck off.
Remember how I told you I'd have a lot of stuff to do? Here's the stuff.
Yeah, I'm very.
She even said I have to redo the spreadsheet for the third time.
Right. I have to work on the presentation.
Who redoes?
Yeah.
Anyway, so her boss catches her talking to him, and he's like, "Is this work time or talk to your friends time?"
Boss is creepy.
And Lloyd is like, face twitching again. I wish he had a face twitch, but he doesn't. It's just like the music is making a noise.
And he has like kind of like an intense stare thing he does.
Yeah.
He just has this
he kind of like squints his eyes. Like
he could have leaned into it a little harder.
He's almost like a pouty lip is what he does.
Right. I see why he's the voice for Zac Efron and not Zac Efron. Just saying.
Boom. I agree with you. 100%.
Throwing down.
He writes a lot of those Disney Channel music songs.
Hey, and he's a great singer-songwriter. Okay, do that. But being in a Lifetime movie where you need to be menacing and you can't make a menacing face.
There's a moment where he goes crazy, like later.
And it's funny.
I wish they would. Yes, right? Like, I wish. Oh, God. They had so many missed. Like, they could have made him do a creepy song.
Yeah. Oh.
He could have, like.
He does sing, doesn't he?
Yeah, like. Yeah.
In the movie.
My God, he does.
Okay. So we'll get there. But he sees the boss. So then, of course, what happens next, Drew?
What do you think?
The boss gets killed. Like,
but how? How? It's
with
important.
With a knife. Stab.
Think of a cliche of a movie. I'll give you a hint. It's happened before on this podcast.
Oh, boy. What? No, I have no idea.
Not a helicopter skiing accident. I know that's what you're thinking.
That was my first thought, but then probably not this.
He gets strangled in the car in the back seat.
Oh,
you know,
with the wire.
with the wire.
He's like,
always check the back seat, people.
Always.
If you are getting in a car and you don't check your back seat,
are you a person?
That's on you.
You deserve to die.
That's
I
on
agree.
you.
Also, Drew, gotta mention, it's in broad daylight again.
Yeah.
He's the broad daylight killer.
He kills everybody in the sunlight.
I mean, that's the last. Well, that's the last place you would expect.
He's killing people and getting a tan. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the last.
Lloyd.
I mean, that's kind of smart.
So, we also didn't say that Meg nailed her presentation, but who cares?
She did so well.
So she gets a few days off from work because she did so good at her presentation. Oh, and the boss was like kind of rapey with her too.
He hugged her for too long. He
asked her to go out to get drinks.
He did a one finger bye-bye.
What I did like was when he hugged her too long and then asked her to get drinks. She was like,
he's like, let's get drinks and talk about that promotion. And she's like, at work, we can talk about that promotion in the office.
Yes.
Oh, get it,
Snap.
girl.
Hell
get it,
yes.
girl.
I'm snapping.
Get
like,
it, girl.
I see what you're doing. I'm being profesh. And like, no, it's not happening.
Shutting
Get
this
it.
down.
I loved it. Like I
love
loved
that
her
too.
shutting shit down so succinctly and being very clear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's,
I like that.
Without saying like you're being rapey, fuck off. She
Not
said
being
it.
rapey.
She said it with the subtext, and then she set the boundaries for the relationship.
She is good,
Nice.
yes, because she
Great.
doesn't fully do like a ha ha ha, I'm just dismissing this with a smile like
Right.
thing. She really does shut it down several times.
Well,
Good job, Meg.
We're getting to Meg's big shutting it down. It's coming, Drew. Get
she
ready.
shuts it down hard.
I'm ready and I'm excited.
So
I felt like I could be friends with her.
yeah, me too. And that's what Karissa. If you want to be my friend, and
Yeah, Karissa, if you're listening.
I'll cut my friend 50% off to be my friend. Because guys, I pay people to be my friend.
Wild.
He does. He pays.
I do.
I have to pay Patrick a lot of money
Oh right, you
Each
guys
month.
pay me.
each month.
Anyways,
Right.
So she has her boyfriend Chris. Megan has her boyfriend Chris, and he's like fixing something on a roof. He talked to Lloyd about the computer. We have that scene. And for some reason, Lloyd got upset. I don't know why.
There wasn't a real reason that time.
Okay. And then
He
right
just
after
turned
Lloyd
off.
leaves the place, Chris goes to fix something on the roof.
Yeah.
And a ring on the ladder is like broken. So he falls off the ladder and we think maybe dies.
I thought for sure. I was like, okay.
But he doesn't die. He just gets injured very badly and is in the hospital and on drugs.
So many painkillers.
There was like a scene that was intended for comedy.
Yeah, it wasn't that funny.
No.
He's just like drunk.
When
Yeah.
Lifetime does comedy,
Yeah.
they just
Like,
don't do it.
He's like boo boo baba, like
Yeah, and they're like, "What is he saying?" And they're like, "Oh, he's on medicine."
It's just like this guy is on drugs.
yeah. She's
Right.
like, "What happened? Are you okay?" And he's like,
You're pretty.
You're gorgeous."
Oh boy.
Yeah,
So,
but he is cute.
he is. He's
Not
very
that-
cute and very tan.
Yes, very tan.
In the hospital, he was like in the hospital bed, and all I could think was like, "God, that man is tan."
yeah,
God
he
damn.
is very tan.
God damn, he's tan.
God damn, he's tan.
Good job.
He's also like, he has some good lines too that are very like empowering. That I'm like, you're probably better than the yogi for
Yeah.
her.
Well, I still think that
I-
yogi's
Yeah.
hotter.
I wish we knew more about the yogi.
Give me the yogi.
Although if you can look hella good in a hospital bed,
Oh yeah.
like then you are a truly good looking person.
Right, that is very true.
He's
And
definitely
he is.
classically.
Because when you're in a hospital bed, you look the worst.
Believe me,
You're
I've
the
been in a
worst.
few. Okay.
Me too.
Yeah.
Anyways, so now Megan has a dilemma because she is invited to the wedding of the girl
Brooke.
from the beginning of the movie, the redheaded
BFF.
friend Brooke.
Okay.
And remember Brooke is very extra. So if Megan cancels on the wedding because she doesn't have a date, she is going to be pissed.
And if the movie was any longer, she could have been a contender for Lethal Admirer because she
Yes.
was mad that Megan was engaged.
She would have been
'Cause
a
it was
good
stealing
suspect,
her thunder.
but they didn't go there.
They didn't go that way.
And a great detail they add about how extra this woman is
God.
is they're like, she threw a birthday party for her like 36th birthday.
No, you don't do that.
And I was like, yeah, that is
And then she
very
was like
extra.
also mad for if people missed
Yeah.
it. Or
I
just-
mean, I have no idea what a 36th birthday is.
No.
Because I'm only 25.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I'll
me
tell
too.
you,
Me
like,
too.
In
When I'm 36,
in theory, who cares?
I probably won't care.
you
Yeah.
only do 5s and 10s. 5s and 10s,
Right.
you get to have a
10s.
birthday.
That's it.
Otherwise, have a dinner and fuck off.
Yeah.
I love that. That should be on a shirt.
Have a dinner. And even
Have a
a dinner I
and
don't want to
fuck
do.
off.
Even
No,
a
no.
dinner I don't want to do.
No dinner.
No.
Just like, hey,
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna be at this place.
Come to
and
that
then
place.
Yeah,
Come to
exactly.
the place and hang out.
That's what I did last
Yeah.
year for my birthday.
It depends.
Wait,
yeah.
was I 35 last year? No.
25. You said
I was
it wrong.
25.
You said
No,
it
you
wrong.
were 24 last
I was
year.
24 last year.
So
and,
this year.
But I had a Marty's thing, and I was like, I'm at Marty's. If anybody wants
Come
to come,
by.
just come.
Yeah.
Just come.
No
That's
big
it.
deal.
Yeah.
No big deal.
I'll be on the patio. I'll be there again on my birthday this year. So see you guys there.
Spoiler
See you guys
alert.
there.
Fans?
Marty's.
Spoiler alert.
In Andersonville. in
Carissa?
Chicago.
But it's not like a thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Anyway,
No,
so
and she's extra. So Megan's going to maybe not go
she's
to the
not-
wedding.
But she can't not go. So she decides
Chris
to
is hurt.
invite Lloyd to the wedding
As her date.
as her date.
Do you think that's a mixed signal? What would you feel?
Yeah, I mean,
It's a weekend getaway. They have a hotel suite and everything.
oh, no. No. I mean, that's a thing. You're just like, really? Okay.
She's like, my boyfriend's in the hospital. Will you go with me just as friends? I don't want to go alone.
Will you go with me?
Just as
to a
friends, she
hotel
says it.
room?
And he calls his mom, of course, and is like, we're going away for the weekend.
Things are
together.
getting serious, Mama.
And the mom's like, here's your moment. The mom is so weird. She's like a knockoff Florence Henderson.
and
like,
she's always
scary.
in bed on her landline. And in the whole scene, she's like eating
I
like
gotta chill thinking
yeah,
about her.
she's always in bed
eating like yogurt or like
So is this like
ice cream.
eating
I
mean,
Activia.
It's
Yeah.
definitely like a Norman Bates kind of thing.
Right, right.
Yes, Drew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Drew. And his dad died when he was a kid.
Oh, we're
Sure.
getting there. Because this happens in the car ride. We learn about Lloyd's dad. So they're
The
driving
car
to the
ride is
wedding.
when I looked him up on Google because I
he's
was like, I
singing
gotta
in the-
know.
He's singing in the car,
That's what
and
it
she's
was.
singing in the car too, and she's terrible. And I hope she was just acting, singing bad.
She seems drunk the whole car ride.
Some
She's like,
people-
"Blah,
yeah.
I'm a terrible singer.
Right? So
Like the
he's
mom?
like,
Oh,
No,
okay.
no,
No.
it's him and
him and
Meg.
Meg.
Oh, okay.
And so Lloyd's like, well, my father fell down the stairs when I was 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I, my mom, like, she raised me. She was my mother and my father. And she made me do Glee Club, which is why I sing. And she made me take computer classes, which is why I'm in IT.
Oh my God. And then Megan says she wanted to make sure you were a virgin until you got married.
And then she laughs,
he
and
turns-
he doesn't laugh.
And he's
Oh,
he
my-
doesn't good. No, I like that.
Oh my Lord. It is so weird.
It's like, well, she was trying to make you
He's
a
like,
virgin until you.
Yes.
He's like-
I am a virgin.
This is when I said, no, 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 no.
Yeah, no,
So,
no.
I don't know. I think it was actually the toast, but like
Oh no, that's coming. That's
Yeah.
coming. So we're at the
Oh.
wedding reception. Let's just go there. We're at the
Yeah.
wedding reception. We get a drunk ass bridemaid being like her like a nagging speech where she's
that
like,
was so annoying. It was the roast of the bride
yeah,
and groom.
she's like,
Hope
"You
they stay
guys
together for more than a year. Like,
hope they dance better than they did tonight." It's like, fuck off.
how
Like,
about the husband too? He really looked like a guy. They just they were just like, oh shit, we didn't cast a groom.
Yeah.
Can you put on a tux?
Hey, Bobby, put on this.
Hey, Bobby. Hey.
Yes.
Yeah, what?
He couldn't be less.
No, I'm trying to do sound. I'm
Engaging.
A sound guy. So
He
they got the
didn't-
sound guy.
He didn't care.
He's just
So after the
deadpan.
drunk bachelorette, is that what it's called? No, what is it called? A
bridesmaid.
bridesmaid.
Oh, they did
I
the
haven't been to
normal
as
thing.
many weddings this year. I've been to 9, I think, this year.
This year? Yeah.
Yeah,
None, right?
amazing.
great.
Anyways, Lloyd gets up and is like, "I have a toast," and he's like, "Start-"
Lloyd, who is like a last minute guest.
knows no one
to
there.
the wedding.
Knows
He's like,
nobody.
"I want to toast to the couple, and they're great. They're
The
so
bride
great."
didn't even recognize him.
No, they're so
She was
they,
a former
they were
coworker.
coworkers and she didn't even recognize him.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke, and he's like, they're great. Their love has inspired me to confess
Mm-hmm.
my love about Meg. She's my greatest friend, and I love her.
And I'm hoping this weekend will lead to like more getting to know
I can't
each other.
wait to get to know her better. Everyone, give it up for Megan! Hooray!
And some people are like hammered, so they're like,
What?
"Yeah, that's sweet." What
I-
is the drunk bridesmaid is like? Well, that's cute.
It would
like,
totally be me at the wedding. I'd be like, yes.
yeah, right. Like part of you is like, "Oh, good for them."
Yeah, you're
That's
just
the
like,
moment where
cool. I
said,
don't know any of those people, but good job, guys.
So,
I was like, I hope he sings right now. He
yes,
didn't.
no, he didn't.
But-
Megan storms off. And
Yeah.
he
She gets her
follows
suitcase.
Yeah, she gets all her shit.
Good-
And she's
good
like,
instinct.
she gets an Uber.
Good
and
instinct.
he's like, why are you mad? I was just saying I loved you. And she, again, makes it very clear. I wish I had a recording of this because it was
really good.
It was so good. Like, I can't even do it justice. Like, she's like, I don't feel that way about you.
She delivers her thesis, she supports it, and then she goes back and repeats the thesis.
And she repeats it. She's like, and I'm going to say this very slowly so you understand what the fuck I'm saying. I do not like you.
And I
never. And I never will. It's never going to happen. We are friends, and that's it.
Yeah.
And we need to take time.
And
separate.
Actually, we're not friends anymore, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we
well,
can't
exactly.
be friends.
She's like, we need to separate and not have communication, and I'm leaving now. And he's like, I'll give you a ride. She's like, really? That would be the worst thing to do right now.
What is wrong with you?
That's great.
She said, too, she also called out, like, this is someone else's wedding. Like, do you not, like, where's the disconnect?
Like, you read the fucking room, buddy.
Yeah. It was a very good speech.
Great.
So, and very well acted.
And her dress is really pretty, so you're like, good. It's like good for you.
Good for you.
Great. Megan did great.
In addition to your dress being pretty.
Oh, I have one comment, though, about Brooke.
Oh,
When we greet Brooke, like when she gets there for wedding weekend, Brooke looks significantly thinner than the beginning.
Oh my God! Well, there's a line that says like, "I lost weight for the wedding," and I was like, that actress totally lost weight for that.
Like, was there a gap between? Yeah, like
she probably just.
It was shocking.
Like starved herself for the role. I mean,
there's like another
I would do
movie
that
about,
too. Like,
right.
Like
it's my wedding.
When I had to be
scene.
naked on stage for a play, like I was on the Stairmaster like every day for hours because I was naked, blindfolded with wings on. I was Cupid in Metamorphoses.
Oh my!
Okay,
I like that.
My grandma came to that play.
Grandma,
and they're like, "That was a really interesting play. We didn't know you were going to be naked."
Yeah.
Like,
you can't tell them.
Y'all see me naked before, like when I was a baby. So what's the difference?
Not a big deal.
Anyways, you're right about that for sure.
What?
About
the
Brooke.
skinny? Yeah. I was like, whoa, you're the bride.
But committed actress. Good job.
Yes, good job.
So Lloyd calls his mom, and
boy,
he is like, Mom, like, shit went bad. Oof. And she's like, make a grand gesture. It'll all turn around. And he's like, can you just sing to me to make me feel better? And she sings like a song to him while he's like hugging a teddy bear.
Oh God, it was.
I mean,
so
they're
weird.
just like it's just adding.
They're just like setting up the creep factor.
There was I thought there might be like mom being like, beat yourself, honey, like some kind of like mean side to her.
What's it called? Like when like, you whip your back or whatever.
Right.
Like I thought that might be happening, but she was very like, oh, but you're gonna get him. Like she's like awkwardly supportive.
No,
while she's like petting her cats and in her bed.
You got it.
So Megan goes home and tells everyone. She tells Chris and Kate about all the stuff that happened, and they're like, haha, he's psycho. Don't talk to him anymore.
Yeah, they're like, obviously you're done being friends.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, totally, I am. And then Chris is in a wheelchair and everything from his accident. And he's like, since you were gone, like, I just love you and I'm going to propose to you now. Yeah. And she's like, I can't believe this is happening.
Like, Jesus
And she's
Christ.
Like, yes, I will marry you.
She like cuts him off, which happened in...
No, she says, yes. She cuts him off, yes. But she says, yes, I will marry you, you silly gimp.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
She says, I will marry you. This is a quote, guys. You silly gimp.
You silly gimp.
And I was like, I had to look it up. I was like, is gimp offensive?
Yes.
And it's like,
I say yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was not Megan.
In today's culture, Drew, you cannot call somebody a gimp.
Especially when he's very, like, very able. Like, he's hurt. Like, she's making light of...
He's injured. Like,
no.
And also, he just proposed to you. Is that how you want to tell your grandchildren you accepted the wedding proposal? Yes, you silly gimp. I do accept it.
It's like, yeah, you little tard.
Yeah. Right. So whoever wrote this movie, like, check your white privilege.
Read the room.
Dumb
idiot.
Read the room.
I agree.
Yeah, because they did so good writing like her very like clear standpoints. To have her say that was very out of character, which is why I wrote it down.
I agree.
This is weird.
Yeah, it was definitely the writing. It wasn't like that's not what she would have said.
No,
for sure. We know Megan now.
I don't
know
Megan. I just don't.
Anyway, so Lloyd makes
It is weird that she said yes, though, to his
Well, they've been only dating very short time. They acknowledge that.
And remember, her fiance before got killed.
Stabbed.
Got straight stabbed.
So
And this is the first person she's dated and only person she's dated since.
Whatever. Lloyd makes this grand gesture. He buys a Victorian or rents a Victorian house because on their car trip, Megan mentioned that her favorite memory was in her grandma's Victorian house.
Oh, God.
So
And he's like, I have one.
Yeah.
A house. Victorian.
So he makes like some dumb ass video and he emails it to her or something. I don't know.
It's
it happened
like
so fast.
Love Actually. It's like the cards.
Yeah, he's the cards and he's like, I was an asshole.
I was an ass. I want to be friends.
Oh, he does the card
You
thing?
know,
Yeah.
you know what
Yep.
it is.
And
And she's like, oh.
And then in the video, he's calling her, and then she like answers her phone, and
Yeah.
then he's like on the phone, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I want to make it up to you. Come to my new house, my new Victorian house for dinner. My girlfriend will be there, and you can bring Chris, and it'll be great." And she's like, "Okay, fine, I'll go."
And she's like, but Chris is unavailable.
Right.
So I'll come alone, but I'm so excited. I love steak. Ugh, why'd you say
It
that?
was a steak dinner, and she did love steak.
God.
I mean, some people love steak.
I do too, but
So
I don't know. I don't know.
Chris is like, wait, is this what happens? Oh, yeah. So Chris is at his house, like on his couch, like immobile. And for some reason, Lloyd comes over and he's like, I want to talk to you. And Chris is like, great. Like, this is great because I want to talk to you too. Like, you're like kind of like pushing the line and shouldn't be like messing with my girl.
yeah. And Chris is like nice to a fault because he's very like, can I get you a beer? Like the whole movie, he's so nice to everyone. And it's like, this guy is so creepy and tried to like, he like went away on a weekend with your girlfriend,
fiance
and
now.
tried to like steal her. And you know that news. And he walks in your house and you're like, hey man.
Yeah, but of course,
just
Lloyd goes
cool.
off on him and gets crazy, grabs a baseball bat,
And Chris is like,
beats the
please
shit out of
leave.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, hey, he grabs the baseball bat and then he's like, hey man, I think you should leave now. And then he beats the shit out of him with the baseball bat. It's like,
Dude,
you should have said something sooner.
Yeah.
Call the cops. Anything. He's crazed.
So we're assuming he's dead.
He looked dead.
He looked dead.
Yeah.
So at Lloyd's mansion now, Megan's there and she's like, "Oh, where's your girlfriend?" He's like, "Oh, I heard. Well, you said Chris wasn't coming, so she's not coming now." And he's like, "I could get her here if you want." She's
Yeah,
like, "Don't worry
awkward.
about it. Let's just do a tour of the house." Do a tour, and then she's like, "Can I go to the washroom?" She goes to the washroom, and of course, she goes into the wrong door and sees the shrine that he's made
To
of her.
her. In his house.
Oh,
With
good,
all the
yeah.
pictures he was taking.
And
Yeah,
instead
good,
of,
good.
what would you do in that moment? If you saw a room full of pictures
Oh,
of
what
yourself.
would I do?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd just like before. This is literally what I would do.
Okay.
I would stand there
Uh-huh.
and I would take a bunch of pictures. Of it.
Oh, okay,
Yep,
okay.
yep.
You're like,
And then-
you're a
Yep.
Megan.
and then I would
I would run.
immediately call a lift.
Okay, that's helpful.
Oh, good. That's
a
smart.
good idea.
And then I'd be like, my lift is here. And
Gotta
then not
go.
explain it and just
Okay.
go. Yeah.
Well, she doesn't
She's
do that.
without her phone. She takes a step further into the room to examine everything.
And then he comes behind her and he's like,
I'm gonna
like,
throw up.
"Oh, you ruined my surprise of what I found for you, of what I made for you." And she's like, okay. He's like, "Hey, did you want to meet my girlfriend?" And he grabs her, turns her around, and she's in front of a mirror. And he's like, "Say hello to my girlfriend," and it's her,
Oh, okay.
right?
And she's like,
Yeah.
She's like, no.
Meanwhile, Kate's like starting to worry because I don't know
she's
why
trying to
she's
call
worried.
her. She's just like
She's
lot.
just a worried sister.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, I can't get a hold of her. This is weird." She's calling Chris. He's not answering. So she's like starting to like freak out.
And she
She's-
already explained like early in the movie that she tracks her on Find My iPhone. Like,
yeah,
she explained
she
what
used like
Find My
Find My
iPhone is.
iPhone to,
Just,
to
wow,
track
everyone's
her.
just like really creep. Just
Yes, like because
Yeah.
Megan's like,
It's
that's
a
weird. I didn't
creepy-
even know you could do that. And Kate's like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. And then it's like, oh, thank you.
But sisters looking out for each
Yeah.
other. That's what sisters do.
yeah,
okay.
for
So
sure.
Lloyd like makes Megan have like this dinner. They like sit down eating steak.
Because she's smart and she realizes, oh, he is so unstable. I can't like
can't.
freak out right now.
Yeah.
So she's like,
Okay.
okay, yeah, sure. I'd love to still have dinner.
That's great.
Yeah, so she like dials her sister and puts the phone like under her leg to like hide it.
She's so fit and tiny, Drew.
The
phone
doesn't
is not
fit
hidden
under her leg.
It's
Because she's so skinny.
it's just like
she's so
the
skinny.
entire,
Yeah, it's like her leg's not as wide as a
It's an
phone.
iPhone. Yeah, that's true.
That is, I mean, that's life goals right there. I'm gonna try it right now.
Try
All
life
right.
goals.
All right.
You're similar.
Oh,
I don't
it
know if
sticks
you-
out.
You
mean
couldn't
like
hide it.
That's my thigh. If I put it under my butt, I could hide it.
You could, yeah. You could
anyways.
hide it. You could hide it.
Great. So she's like trying to get the conversation going. Like, tell me about this Victorian mansion that you live in, because she's calling her sister. Her sister's like, hello,
She
hello,
wants
hello.
her sister to hear him do something.
And he's
creepy.
like, I live on whatever avenue, but he doesn't do that. He's like, no phones at the dinner table, and he makes her give her the phone. So then she's like, well, fuck me. What am I going to do? So he's like, let me come cut your steak for you. So he's cutting her steak.
This is appalling.
Yeah. He's
The
cutting her
nice
steak
part.
and feeding it to her. And she is like,
She's extremely tiny, Drew. She can't have that many bites of steak in a row.
she's-
yeah.
die.
And she's like really chewing the steak too. In every
She's
shot of
trying to
her,
keep
she's like
up.
chewing the steak. And then she starts to choke on the steak, right? And he's like Heimlich removing her, or Heimlich maneuvering her. Not remove her. I was a lifeguard. I know what it is.
Yeah.
And she's faking though, because she grabs a steak knife, stabs him in the leg,
Right
and
in the
runs
leg.
to the front door.
Good job.
Hallelujah. She runs to the front door and she actually grabs a bottle of wine and smashes him in the face,
Yeah.
which is a waste of wine, but fine.
Yeah.
But it made me
Megan.
like, oh, I should drink my wine now.
Yeah, yeah. It was like a nice little reminder.
And then she gets out of the house and her sister's there because her sister tracked her on that stupid app.
Yep.
And she like runs into her sister's
That's
arms.
another situation where it's like too much. Like the sister has to explain how she did it to her
Right.
friend at the hospital. It's like,
Too much.
we know
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
gonna
no,
get
no, no, just-
there.
The police
Let's
are
get the fuck
there,
It's fine.
and Chris is there somehow.
Oh, yeah.
which was very random.
Because it's like he was unconscious for more than 10 hours.
Yeah, for
Because
his,
of being baseball batted.
he
in
got
the
baseball
head.
batted, and then he was there on the scene for her to
Fine.
like run to.
Clear as day.
And
Sure.
Lloyd is running after her, and he's like, "Mama said,
Yes.
Mama said," and that's all he says for the rest of the movie.
And as
Mama
he's
said,
being,
Mama
like,
said, Mama
the
said.
cops like put him up against the cop car, and he's just staring at Megan. Like he finds a way to always be staring at her.
Right. So he gets like taken away by the cops, and
He's so,
Chris is like telling Megan that they should get married.
she says it
Oh,
because like Chris is like kind of like this is when I started like Chris more because he was like, he kept saying, "Are you okay? I'm here now," like stupid like boy stuff. But then he was like, "I know you're not like okay, but like at least like he was like, I know you're not fine, but like." At least you're okay or
But,
something
like,
because
you're
like this
not
crazy
dead.
thing
Right.
just happened.
yeah,
Like he was like he was basically like it's okay not to be okay is how I took it.
yeah.
Oh, good for him.
And
And then she's like, I want to get married now. And it's not the adrenaline and the like madness.
yeah.
And he's of course like
And he's like, why did you say
whatever.
that?
He's like, everyone else you've loved gets murdered. So
Yeah.
the
The end. That's it.
That's it.
The end.
Yeah.
Steve came in at the end of it and he said,
He didn't watch the whole
that
movie.
was it? He said that was how it ended?
I know the endings are so lackluster
And it
on
seemed
Lifetime.
obvious to me. Yeah, I think because I had watched the end of the previous one before this one turned
Oh
on.
yeah, it's just that's
was like,
how
well,
they.
sure, the
that's how they
story.
end. Like
Yeah.
we don't
The
need.
story's over.
We don't need a happy ending. Like it's just over.
I don't need to see
Well,
their
it is.
wedding.
It's kind of is
It's-
happy. Or it's like, hey,
it's
the
happy
guy.
enough.
The guy was
Happy
caught.
enough. I love that. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
bad guy was caught.
I agree. Like
we
That's
know
all
the
you need.
truth.
Yeah.
Lifetime, it's happy enough. That should be their tagline.
It's happy enough.
Fuck off.
I'm
Fuck
into
off.
that. Yeah.
Me too.
We know where to find a happy
Yeah,
ending.
we know.
I like that.
We know.
As
So-
like a consumer, I'm usually into like the not so happy endings.
right, or like
And so Lifetime, you want to know like
and
what
Lifetime
you're
does
getting.
do that. Like my favorite Lifetime movies are the ones that like you see like Lloyd like in the prison, and then he's like tricking a prison inmate to like fall in love with him,
Yes.
and then you
And it's
just
like,
it's
dun,
gonna just keep going.
Dun, dun,
God.
dun. I mean, that's a horror. That's a horror trope.
Lloyd,
Well, I like horror movies.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like Lloyd gives that. He gives that performance. He's like, if you had given me a bigger, more bloody thing, my character would have made sense.
Right.
It wasn't very big and bloody. The worst thing he does physically to her is feeds her too much steak.
True.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
And even the murders, we didn't see very much blood, which is I'm fine with. But
Me too.
he was playing it a little differently.
The horror. I mean, like that trope of like at the end where it's like, is this the end? Of
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
I
gonna
like that,
leave it
though.
as that. Yeah.
Okay, so on the podcast, Natalie, we either pour it up or put a cork in it. What are you going to do to this movie?
I came here saying I was going to put a cork in it, and now I think I would pour it up.
Okay.
Oh,
So.
okay.
There you go.
After the conversation.
Yeah, I think I needed to just discuss it.
Just live in it for a minute.
Yeah.
Get it out
Because
there.
I really did like her. I liked Megan.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Drew, what are you going to do?
This is tough for me because I really liked a lot of the things what you guys were saying.
Yes.
But I think I'm gonna blind. I think I'm gonna blind pour it up because. Well, it just hits all the it hits the tropes that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that you guys are saying like it goes into it's like, oh, okay, the guy, what you were saying at the end kind of actually made it pour it up for me. Was going, oh, he says, hey, look, I know you're not okay.
Yeah.
Because all this is fucking insane.
It's weird.
Right.
Yeah,
But like,
you've had a
are
weird
you
life.
are you okay? Right.
Yeah.
The second and not dead. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Or-
that's what he meant. You're
Yeah.
not dead.
And the fact that she was just like, look, dude, fuck off, bro.
She was a good
I am
hero.
not- yeah. Instead of this like, I don't know.
Yeah, she's not like a damsel in distress.
She looks.
And she wasn't saved by the boy
No.
Yeah.
or something.
It was
She
just
wasn't.
stayed by her sister.
By her
She
sister.
really
I
was.
like that.
And that's a sisterly love. And it's weird because she was in the movie The Wrong Swipe where she was the sister saving the sister.
Really? I gotta watch that one.
That one's a good one. So,
Yeah.
yes, I'm also going to pour it up because, you know, the POV on the woman in the movie was like empowering. I'm going to look up his name because I'm going to throw a little shade. Could Drew Seeley do a better job? Yeah, he could. He could have been more menacing, and then the movie would have been like, whoa, this is so good.
Yeah.
So
There
he
was
was like the
something
weak.
wrong
He
with
was like the
that,
weak
yeah.
link for the movie.
It sounded like it was just too like when any kind of villain in any story.
Yeah.
When they're just evil,
They're just that's all he
rather
was.
than not just evil, but like evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
just
just
seems-
unhinged in a
But
way.
yeah, he
You're
wasn't
like,
even like.
Oh, it's so crazy. He's so crazy.
He would need to be like too crazy then, because he wasn't even. He was like not too crazy and not
Yeah.
crazy enough. He was
Agree.
like middle of the
Oh,
road.
I see what you mean.
He's very
Okay.
middle. And I think you're right. I think when you look at his credits,
But maybe that's more
I think
realistic.
he's done a great job.
But maybe that's
of
more
being middle of the road.
maybe,
Right.
Maybe that's more realistic.
He's not
than-
Frankie Valli.
Than
True.
than in the like.
But when I'm
villain
coming to
way.
Lifetime, I want a bad guy.
I want a bad guy.
Villain.
Or a twist. I think they might have done him a disservice by not have him not be creepy. Like,
Right, it was
'cause
too
he
obvious.
was always
Right.
creepy.
Too obvious. A little more mystery.
Yeah, give me a mystery.
Like
I
the
did want a
twist
mystery.
where it's like, oh, it's actually the guy she's dating now who's in the
Yes,
hospital.
I thought
Yes.
something.
And he's
Yes.
like, no, I put him in the hospital because he's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Yep,
you.
that
I
would
thought
be
it-
shocking.
It was going to be one of those things where the yogi had like a secret life where like, because they even allude, they're like, how did that yogi afford that nice engagement ring? And like, you're like, oh, cool. They're setting up like that he has a secret.
R.I.P. the yogi. That yogi was
Oh,
so
yeah.
fine.
He only spoke a couple lines. He was
had-
really cute.
He was so cute. I loved him. Pour it up for him.
Pour it up for
yeah.
him.
Where are you now, honey?
Where are you
All
now?
right. So that wraps up our conversation on Lethal Admire or A Friend's Obsession if you're in Canada.
Whichever.
Whichever one.
Natalie, where can we find you on social media or anything you'd like to like plug or talk about in this little area here?
Great question. You can find me on Instagram.
Sure.
I think I'm Natalie with 2 E's at the end, Jay.
Fun.
That's about it.
That's fine.
Cool. Drew?
Yeah, I am Drew, but with pants.
Wonderful.
Where you see my cat a lot.
That's right.
Probably.
Well, thank you so much for being here, both of you guys.
Thank you.
And thank you, listeners, for checking back in with Lifetime in Court. We watch these movies so you don't have to, but if you do, we'd love to hear from you. You can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the podcast at Lifetime in Court. Don't forget to rate and review us on iTunes. Emojis, please. All the
Emojis.
things.
Or
Emojis.
any hatred, direct to me.
Oh,
Do
haters to the left or to Drew but with pants.
Yes.
Yay.
That's the new like meme of haters to the left. It's
Yeah.
haters to Drew with
Haters
pants.
to Drew, but with pants.
Great. Because I have haters now.
Well, because
You do?
Patrick
I
will
know.
not fight
From-
you.
I see.
Patrick will not give you what you want. I will.
I love
Yes.
this.
I will fight you.
I saw a thing that was like about Lionel Richie was like, I don't argue. And then when someone's like, how can you be serious? He's like,
Yeah. I don't argue
goodbye.
either.
Yeah.
No, it's great.
It's not
the
worth
best
it.
way to go.
I don't
but
need it.
I
I don't
like
need
it.
it.
I like.
Argue with
Drew.
Drew.
Drew's
Said-
up for it.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.